Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today's video is going to be on the top things that I would like to see for Star Wars Battlefront 2 content in 2020. Now we are obviously very close to the end of 2019. It's been a really good year for the game, honestly, so I feel like it would be worth talking about what I'd like to see next year, because I feel like we definitely will be getting content throughout the year. When it will end, we don't know. Hopefully it'll go throughout the whole year, but we'll just have to wait and see. So as I said, this is going to be a video of going through the different types of content I would like to see the most. If you do enjoy the video guys, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on any more of my content. So as I said, we're now very close to the end of 2019. We're obviously almost halfway through November already, and we know we're not getting any update this month because it's been pushed back to the 1st of December. We know in that update we're going to be getting some quality of life changes and reinforcement skins, which is really nice to see. And then obviously later on in the month we're going to be getting some Rise of Skywalker themed content. What that is exactly I will probably do in a later video of kind of what I'd like to see for that. But for now I want to talk about 2020. So I feel like this could hopefully be a really good year for the game. I honestly don't see the point in DICE stopping content for the game either. So it'd be really nice to keep on getting some solid content throughout the year. So starting in January, I feel like it would be a really good time to just keep putting out some original trilogy or sequel trilogy content, depending on how big the update is for the Rise of Skywalker though in December. I'm not sure whether we'll get too much in January, to be honest, as well, with it being the Christmas break, of course. I'm not expecting too much really, maybe a few skins here and there would be nice. But I feel like it would be a really good opportunity for 2020 to really start bringing out some more customization options, because yeah, okay, we've got a lot for the clones, we've got a little bit for the battle droids, and we're obviously getting some reinforcement skins in a few weeks time. But it'll be really good if we could actually see some Stormtrooper appearances, like the patrol troopers or the shore troopers from Rogue One. There are so many different options that the Empire could have themselves, along with the Rebels and Resistance, and perhaps even the First Order as well. So really hoping we can get some more content like that throughout the year. Whether it is just going to be some more clone legions that we've already maybe seen before, or if we get some Stormtrooper appearances from Rogue One, you know, stuff like that would be ideal for me. I'm very big on terms of customization, so having these options more available to us would be incredible. And I feel like they're the kind of top things that I'd like to see, really, just more customization in the game, because I do really feel like it's lacking for me right now. So having more Imperial customization and different alien species and perhaps different clothing items as well for the Rebels would be a really good place to start. So basically in January I'd kind of like to see some customization options, obviously as I just mentioned. But moving on into February, we obviously know that we're getting Clone Wars Season 7. Now I know we had like a whole year on Clone Wars, basically even over a year on Clone Wars content, but with Clone Wars Season 7 coming out in February, I feel like it'd be a really good opportunity to go back to Clone Wars content just for that month. Maybe bring Ahsoka hopefully as a hero, or just bring another hero in the game at some point. It'd be really nice if we got like Ahsoka and Ventress to celebrate that. It would be amazing. Some clone customization maybe as well, and hopefully a new map for Capital Supremacy. We don't know. That would be pretty cool though. So February would be some more Clone Wars content, just kind of focused around the new season. Talking now a little bit more broadly, obviously I've just mentioned I'd like to see some customization in January. Love to see some Clone Wars content in February as well. However, in terms of a more broad scale, I just really want to see some content for the original trilogy and sequel trilogy as a whole, because obviously we've had the whole year of Clone Wars. Hopefully we'll have some Clone Wars content in February as well. So it'd be really good if we got Capital Supremacy for the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy. Whether they play out exactly the same, it's kind of up to DICE at the end of the day really, because they did brand Capital Supremacy as a Clone Wars experience. So hopefully we get large scale modes like Capital Supremacy for the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy at some point, because I feel like those eras at the moment almost felt a little bit neglected, but obviously with their focus on the Clone Wars, that's understandable. So hopefully we can get some large scale mode for the original trilogy and sequel trilogy at some point. But in terms of big modes as well, Galactic Assault is something I still play on a very regular basis. It's still something I very much enjoy, and even then, ever since Capital Supremacy came out, I do feel like that has also been neglected now as well, because obviously Capital Supremacy has been a big focus for DICE, which is understandable. You know, it's a big mode, and I think it's where a lot of the player base is kind of focused at the moment. But having more maps on Galactic Assault would be ideal for me. It's my favourite mode in the game, so if we could get Felucia for Galactic Assault at some point, that'd be great. But then also just some more maps in that mode as well would be amazing. So I feel like the Rise of Skywalker map coming in December will probably be Galactic Assault, to be honest, not Capital Supremacy or like a large scale mode. But I genuinely feel like if we could get like a large scale mode and more maps for Galactic Assault for the original trilogy and sequel trilogy, and even some more for the Clone Wars throughout the year at some point, that would be great as well. So to really quickly summarise all of that, the main things I really want to see is customization options, just more for the different factions as the trooper classes. It'd be great to have more reinforcement skins as well, obviously depending on how many we get in December, and then obviously some Clone Wars content in February as well, alongside the Clone Wars Season 7 coming out, and then obviously Capital Supremacy like mode for the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy, and then more maps for Galactic Assault. I feel like those are fairly realistic hopes and expectations maybe. I'm not honestly too worried if they don't deliver on those really. I mean, it would obviously be very nice and I want more customization, so if we don't get that I will be a bit disappointed. However, things like a large scale mode for the original trilogy, they're kind of things that I'm not too worried about. As long as we get maps for Galactic Assault, then that's not too big of an issue, but the potential to have Capital Supremacy for the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy is massive, to be honest, and it would just make the mode a lot more interesting if we could have a rotation of Clone Wars and then original trilogy, then sequel trilogy. Whether it plays out like Galactic Assault's chronological order, obviously that's kind of again up to them, but I feel like if you're on the ground on like Yavin 4, for example, capturing command posts, and then went up into like a Star Destroyer or an MC-80 Rebellion capital ship, then it would just be amazing to go into those interiors and just really kind of explore the different areas as well. Would be incredible. So, you know, like I said, as it may sound like I genuinely want that a lot, which to be fair I do, but for me it's not necessarily the end of the world if we don't ever see that, as long as we get some more maps for Galactic Assault, really, to be honest. And of course if we get some sort of error selection at some point, because I'm pretty sure a few months ago it did say in a community transmission that we will be getting some sort of error select screen at some point. Whether that will be introduced when we get the next map for the Rise of Skywalker, we don't know, but at some point it would be really nice to see that. That's going to be it for this video though, guys. Let me know what you want to see for 2020 Battlefront 2 in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.